So how do we effectively share information with our suppliers? Well, we have to enhance the information flows. We need to consider internal information and external information flows, because we might do them slightly different, but we're essentially doing it the same. And one way to do that is with an ERP system, Enterprise Resource Planning System. So that system has an infrastructure. And if you know anything about software, they work off of databases. And when you have different modules of an ERP system, such as purchasing, marketing, operations, logistics, accounting, and so on, they all talk to databases. But it makes it easier because now they can all access the same information. So accounting can access the same information that logistics can, that purchasing can, that marketing can. Because marketing is probably going to help determine what the price is of that product, right? So are they just going to pick a number out of the air, or are they going to perhaps look at the cost of the item by looking in the system rather than bothering somebody in purchasing and saying, okay, it costs $10 to make the item, we're going to charge $29.99 for the product. Could be something simple like that. The legal department can look at the contracts that are going through, or actually write the contracts, put it in the database, and now purchasing can grab it out of the database and send it on to the supplier for signature. Simple as that. They work off of databases, so everybody can benefit from an ERP system because it's using databases. So ERP has many different areas. And before, they used to be separate. So you had CRM, a customer relationship management software, was separate from the business analytics and intelligence, was separate from supplier relationship management, and which was separate from e-commerce. But no longer. ERP systems of today combine everything. So e-commerce is in the system, so now the business analytics can pull data and figure out what's going on. The customer relationship management, you can look at who's buying your products out of e-commerce. And now maybe marketing or sales can reach out to that customer and say, hey, you bought this product. What about considering this product? This might work better for you based on your past purchases. You can try to generate leads off this data. So ERPs have improved greatly by bringing everything together. So we used to have traditional purchasing. I'm not sure if you would remember, but you probably got paper catalogs in the mail. You can go on many company websites and ask for a catalog to be sent to you. And then you can just place an order out of the catalog. There would be a paper process for getting approval. It's time consuming because if someone's on vacation that's needed, and you need their approval, well, that purchase cannot move forward until that person is back and approves it. And then you had to somehow get that purchase order to your supplier. You either had to fax it, which is pretty much going out of style these days, email it, or in the old days, you just put it in the mail. Now, when I say old, that's not too long ago. Fax machines have died off pretty recently because of emails gotten more and more. So, and then the supplier has to take that information and re-enter it into their system to make sure that that they acknowledge the order. So it's labor intensive, the traditional purchasing process. You have the payment process. There's a manual three-way match. So you have to match the purchase order with what's received and making sure that it's billed, what you're being billed for is what you received. So that takes time. And then you have your analysis. If you're pulling out paper, you might put it off until you have several to do at once. Then you spend a whole day doing the analysis. Well, electronic sourcing is different. You have online catalogs. You can add things to a shopping cart. So you can make a shopping list. And that catalog can be customized to the individual company. The university has a marketplace with all the approved suppliers that have gone through WVU procurement. So it's easy for the faculty and other approved individuals to purchase from the marketplace because they've already gone through the process of being approved as suppliers of choice. So the requisition approval, it's automated because it's already in the system. So once somebody has to get a purchase approval, their approving authority it gets an email saying, hey, this is the purchase. Do you approve or reject this one? That's simple. They go into the system, they say approve, reject, or call the person and ask, hey, why do you need 500,000 pins? Well, no, that's a typo. All right, well, reject it and I'll fix it. The purchase order transmission is done automatically. So it goes straight to the supplier, and it goes into the supplier in a format that can be inputted or directly inputted into the supplier's database without any manual key typing. Payment, well, that's easy too, because you have, in these systems, usually the warehouse has the ability to acknowledge the order has arrived. And once that's done, it's automatically matched, and it might need someone to approve the payment, but sometimes that's even automated. And then analysis can be done continuously. Just click a couple buttons, there's your report. So electronic sourcing is such a great thing. But we're sharing information with our supply partners. So we can identify who we want to work with after screening them. So we can screen them electronically in some of these systems. They put in their information and we can compare them. And we can qualify our suppliers. Once we qualify them, let's say we evaluate their financials, we evaluate their capabilities, they can provide the products we want, then we can add them to our electronic sourcing. If they don't meet the criteria, well, they're not selected, they don't get added. So they won't be a customer, they won't be a supplier for us. So you see how electronic sourcing is making things easier. But we have to remember that our processes have to be ideal and the best they can be. Because when it comes to these systems, they're going to follow the set of instructions that are given to them. They don't waver. So you got to remember that. You have to put good information in to get good information out. If you put garbage in, you're getting garbage out. So next, let's talk about strategic electronic sourcing modules of some of the softwares. All right, let's go ahead and move on to that one in the next video.